What's up, Nerd Crew? Nurdie J here, and welcome to another Nurdie J builds. Today we are going to build the Powerdashers. This is my own creation. It's based off of the G1 toys. And so I got them printed out, and I got their instructions printed out. So without further ado, let's get to building and cue the intro. Alright, so I cut Car away from the rest of the trio, and I'm going to be basing it off of what I read here. If you're interested in getting these for yourself, just go to deviantart.com and search Nurdie J, and that's where I posted them. Or else you could probably do a Google search. It'd still probably send you just to Deviant Art anyway. Just be careful. I don't post anything, bad or anything. I just post paper models. That's it. And I try to update my status and stuff from time to time, but I kind of been failing to do that. But these are based on some simple model kits that I used to build as a teenager when I first got into paper modeling. So, without further ado, I am going to cut out the feet. So, yeah, like I said, I got into paper modeling when I was a teenager. And, I been dabbling in every so often. The first paper model I ever built was that of Stampy. I might have said that in a previous video. But, the thing is that if it wasn't for Stampy, I probably would never have gotten into the paper models. And eventually I will do the Beast Warriors paper models, just on a whim type of thing. I'm not going to do what I claim to do later, well, I should say earlier, that with the G1 builds, after I do the G1 toy, I'll do a G1 builds like this. Even though, yeah, I already did the Powerdashers, and unfortunately, I don't have the Powerdashers. So, as a paper model, so they're kind of just not going to happen. But for the Omnibots, the Omnibots aren't going to happen. The Powerdashers are going to happen. I kept on saying Powerdashers, not realizing it. Anyway, so essentially, you cut out the feet, and then you want to make sure you have extra tabs. And then just trim very delicately and make sure you have plenty of tabbage. So, cutting the feet. Yay. I know, enthusiastic and a lot of stuff to watch right now. But yeah, I've been watching Pro Jared, and tonight, the night of recording, he is doing a sim type of character building simulator thing. I don't know. It's apparently made in China. But essentially, I wasn't too enthused with it. And so I'm doing this instead. But later tonight, I know this is kind of old news at this point, but Hobbies with Jose will be doing a art live stream of pixel art of some kind. So I'm looking forward to that. What else is going on? Not much. Just been battling a lot of pressure in my head and such, so that, yeah, days are really just blurring for me now, so, but At least I'm getting around to building these finally. So, all right. And then you just want to just mount and fold them all, or just fold them on the line. So, do that. Do not fold this part here or this part, but you do want to fold them like this. So, um, trying to think. Yeah, I noticed that the views have been up quite a bit on the channel. And I am so happy about that. The weirdest thing is that I got a couple of new subscribers, but my subscriber count hasn't moved. It hasn't gone up, and I should be at like 12 subscribers now. Instead, I'm still stuck at 10, and I'm like, okay, is somebody unsubscribing around the same time as somebody else is subscribing, or what's going on? And so, essentially, analytics is not helping me with that answer. So, it's just kind of just a question. And I'm not really concerned about that kind of stuff. It's like I'm just doing this just to have something out there. It's making me happy to make stuff. And yeah, it's troublesome at times. Not like in that sense. It's just physically and that essentially because of my disabilities and stuff, that's why it's causing trouble. But honestly, I'm pushing through it just to have fun, pretty much. So that's where I'm at. So glue these tabs to this tab and the point together. Just hold it in place. Got a little too much glue, apparently. So ah, yay! The fun of watching something dry. Ah, rat. Okay, well, fine. I'll come back to you in a little bit. So I'm just going to be gluing this up into essentially a small little box, and I'll come back. Now with that done, this is roughly about what it's supposed to look like. Just a little cube. So next up, we go with the blue legs, fold them in fours. Hold on. Trying to figure this out. Fold them fours. At blue rectangles, having the dark blue on the leaves. Okay, so essentially, cut this out. And then just trim it. Oh, don't want to cut there. You want to cut around the black lines. I was focusing on this gap. This gap is actually just a spacer in between the legs. So just trim that all. Then do this. And shorten that. And then get rid of that white. And then all I'm going to do is fold this along the black lines. and not making sure not to fold this gap area on either side, and then just glue this onto here. So I'll cut back when I'm done with that. Now that that's done, this is what it's supposed to look like. The four rectangles, I should say six rectangles. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, six rectangles, and the dark blue is supposed to be facing forward. That will be your feet. And back here, where it's just dull stuff, that's the back of the legs. So there's that. Now we're going to cut out the body, fold it in fours, leaving the head alone. And I'll get back to you once that is done. And this is about what it should look like. I do have a little bit of a white tab down here, and that's because when I cut the lower legs out, I didn't leave enough meat on up here for the upper legs because they need to be able to like hinge forward for transformation, and so essentially I forgot about that, and so I had a little tiny bit of meat here, so we should be good on that. Next up, just folding these in fours, gluing that together, and then I'll get back to you with the assembly. All right. So essentially, I did not have enough meat even with that extra tab, so I cut that off the bottom of the belly and just took some scrap and cut out like a little rectangle of it, glued it to the upper legs, glued it to the body, and bent it forward a little so it goes like that. And then all you do is stuff these legs into the lower legs. Ah. So essentially, when I made this, I did not think of paper clearance because this is not going in as it should. Um, so I'm probably going to have to bend it out and then in the back, bend it out and then bend it in the back too, just so it can slide in. So that's what I'm currently doing. Come on. All right, so that's pretty much what the back end is going to look like. But the front end, just get it readjusted. Make sure you don't pop out the corners like I just did. Okay. Or just pop out the whole entire thing. And stand it up, bend it backwards a little because of that hinge thing. And that's the body so far. Now, I'm going to take and clip these four pieces out, leaving a tab right up here so it would fit in here or vice versa. Right at this, like, I don't know if it's coming up, but there's like this orange line here. And then at another line, it's supposed to have been like a green, it's not showing up on here, right here at the tires, where it shows that the tires it have an extended tab so it could hook into there. So I'll get those cut out, folded up, and we'll do the final assembly if needed. If not, then we'll just do the transformation and stuff. Here is the completed form of F1 car Powerdasher. Um, I had to. I know I warned you guys before, but I did have to like skip to the final product mainly because these arms pieces, both of them, were just flying everywhere, and I was getting super frustrated. So I didn't want that on camera. So I just went with that. But this is Powerdasher. This is a comparison with my KO. Oh, feet backwards. Somehow I got them backwards. Easy fix. There we go. So here he is with Powerdasher, the knockoff G1. And transformation is fairly similar. That the legs are just one piece instead of two pieces, and the head doesn't rotate. So that's the only difference between the two. So I'll get that transformed. Now with this, um, I don't know if I have paperclip small enough to go into this little slot here. So that might have to be amended somehow. But essentially, you just fold up. I think what I wanted to do was fold up the head actually into the cavity. Fold these up. Because even though he's supposed to have his head visible in this mode, I don't think it's going to work very well. So, and then, yeah, it's just a matter of trying to figure out how to clip these parts together with like a small clip. Then for his back to have him standing straight, I just have that, this big paper clip, and then I just insert this onto the back, and I'll probably have to cut a slit back here for it, because it is just a little too big. So scrunch the legs in, slip them up, and rudimentary, this is his car mode. So you'll need a small little clip of some kind that clips these two together, and then cut a slit back here if you're planning on using one of the jumbo clips, and so it just slides up into there. Or else you could cut a slit on the inside and then just hide it back there and just have the smaller clip showing. But essentially, I would show comparisons, but the problem is I'm running out of battery and I'm gotta hold this guy together. But I think for overall, we're a paper model. For a little fun thing to do. I don't think it's that bad. I think it was a success for the most part. Well, I've been Nurdie J. This has been Car the Papercraft, paper model, whatever you want to call it, and I'll catch you next time.